Hello, GatherVerse Summit 2023 attendees. I'm Kiki Orski from peakperformanceleader.com, and I'm excited to be part of this community and part of this conversation about the human approach to the metaverse. How do we make sure that we take the people side of the business into consideration as we explore the unlimited potential of the metaverse? You see, we didn't do the people side of business so well before the internet. And with the advent of the internet and the virtual reality possibilities that are coming our way, we as a collective group need to keep the people at the center of everything we do. And that's what Smash the Silos, my newly released book, is all about. It's how do we improve collaboration so that we can have the best results for everyone, for the companies that are involved in the innovation and the clients who are going to experience the end result and the enjoyment and the fulfillment of what the metaverse can offer. And so the book is based on the 4 buckets of organizational health that I'd like to make that correlation between business and the metaverse. And how do we move forward in always keeping the people at the center? And so the first quadrant of banishing silos is about how individuals show up, right? So we know that innovation and creativity and advances in the metaverse are happening faster than what we ever thought was humanly possible. But what we cannot lose sight of is how each individual, whether they're involved in the innovation or benefiting from the innovation, will be included and will be addressed. And so the first quadrant of the silo solution, which is silos are those invisible barriers that prevent mission critical information from passing person to person, office to office, department to department, right? Company to company. If we want to banish those silos, we have to first consider the first quadrant of organizational health, which is how individuals show up. And so as we look at the metaverse and as we look at how technology is changing so vast in our virtual reality world, how do we make sure individuals understand that it's for the benefit of everyone that we need to consider the continuing exploration of improvement? How do we help our experts that we hire in each of our companies to understand it's for everyone's use? It's not just for their own success, but for the success of the company and client use at the end. How do we go around the silo solution and look at the second quadrant of organizational health, which is strategic partnerships, which are the people that are needed in order for our companies that are investing so deeply into the metaverse. How do we make sure that we are exploring and benefiting and building and strengthening the partnerships that are needed to develop the best products, the most creativity, and the best innovation? How do we make sure our individuals, as well as from a corporate standpoint, we are working together collaboratively? And then how do we go around to the third quadrant of organizational health, which is processes and policies and procedures? How do we make sure that when we are all investing in the future of the metaverse, that we understand we are humans and that human behavior is inconsistent? Yet we know for a fact that when we apply consistent standards, that our output and our results are better. So how do we ensure that everybody is working in the same direction and we're working from the same set of standards and guidelines and best practices as we continue to innovate and create a virtual world where everybody can benefit and where there's less and less security issues and privacy issues? And finally, as we come around to the fourth quadrant of organizational health in the silo solution, where we want to banish the invisible barriers that prevent us from doing our best work, and creating the best output. How do we address P4, which are performance metrics? Meaning, how do we define success? In a world that's changing so rapidly and technology is advancing so quickly, how do we ensure that we're measuring success collectively? How do we make sure we're all on the same page so that we all benefit? Right? It's about understanding that consistency, collaboration, that connection, that community is what is going to help to advance the metaverse. It is that connection, that community that's going to keep the human-centered approach to the metaverse, that will take it beyond technology and help to improve lives of everybody who wants to take advantage of it. So when we're looking at the metaverse and we want to take advantage of its potential, we can't forget that people are at the core of what we do. Both how we show up as individuals and how we collaborate as partners. How we collectively create the rules and regulations about what we do moving forward, and how we measure success. Because whether our organization is in brick and mortar or is in the world of technology outside, we have to remember that people are at the core. Collaboration is the key. Community is what gives strength to our innovations and our creativity. We have to smash the silos. We have to get rid of those barriers that prevent us from doing our best work if we want the metaverse to turn into the dream that it can be. Right now, silos have been around for decades, just like the concept of the metaverse. And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we take advantage of the advancements and we don't delay any longer with keeping the people at the center of what we do. We want to make sure that we don't have those barriers that prevent people from enjoying the benefits of technology, virtual reality, and all that it offers us. We want to make sure that we are educating everybody at whatever level they're at, whether it's age or experience or education. We want everybody to have access to the metaverse because the potential is unlimited. But we can't forget to focus on the people, right? We need to have that human-centered approach to all the advances we make in order for everyone to benefit. So if you want to get on the bandwagon with me and help smash these silos, smash the invisible barriers that are preventing mission-critical information from flowing person to person, office to office, department to department, or company to company, then join me on this adventure of smashing these silos. Because when we work collaboratively, when there's diversity of thought and idea and collaboration and challenge and innovation, and when we put our great minds together, amazing things can happen. So thank you for taking the time to listen to this. I'm Kiki from peakperformanceleader.com. And I'd love to share the work and smash the silos. And I'm happy to introduce it to you and share any information that you'd like. Thank you. Kiki at peakperformanceleader.com. Let's bring the human back to the business. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the conference.